UEFA Champions League. There are 18 games which are going to happen at the same time. Ajax will be playing Olympiacos Pyrenees. Arsenal will be playing Kairat Almaty at Stadium. Atletico Bilbao will be playing against Sport Club. Atletico de Madrid will be playing Bodo Glimt. Barcelona will be playing at Camp Nou with Copenhagen. Bayern Leverkusen will be playing against Villarreal. Benfica will be playing against Real Madrid. Brugge will be playing against Marseille. Dortmund in Germany will be playing against Inter. Eintracht Frankfurt will be playing against Tottenham Hotspur. Liverpool will be playing against Qarabag. Manchester City will be playing against Galatasaray. Napoli will be playing against Pafos will be playing against Slavia Prague, playing against Newcastle. PSV will be playing against Bayern Munich. Now on the table, Arsenal are number 1, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Tottenham, Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona, Sporting, Man City, Atletico, Borussia Dortmund, Galatasaray, Qarabag, Marseille, Leverkusen, AS Monaco, PSV, Athletic Club, Olympiacos, Napoli, Copenhagen, Brugge, Bodo Glimt, Benfica, Pafos, Saint-Gilloise, Ajax, Frankfurt, Slavia Prague, Villarreal, and Kairat Almaty on the 60th place. Welcome everybody. No more than 18 minutes, there will be 18 teams will be competing. So we'll be focused on Napoli as a must-win games at home in Italy. We'll be playing against Chelsea. There are also tough games this night, like AS Monaco, which will be playing against Juventus to survive, to stay in the competition. Because if AS Monaco this night, they will be eliminated. It will be a tough game. Also in France at Parc des Princes, PSG will be playing against Juventus. Paris Saint-Germain lost last week against Porto in Portugal, so they must win this night. It will be also a very tough game in France at Parc des Princes, because Paris Saint-Germain will want to win so that it can be in the first teams, because right now Tottenham has 14 points, Paris Saint-Germain has 13 points. Paris Saint-Germain will need to win tonight. Also, there will be a tough game between Jose Mourinho and Real Madrid. Jose Mourinho, who once coached Real Madrid, will be playing against Real Madrid. He is the coach of Benfica. So Real Madrid travel to Portugal to play against Benfica. It will be a tough game. Breaking news: Raheem Sterling leaving Chelsea by mutual agreement. Raheem Sterling is leaving Chelsea by mutual agreement. After a whole season without playing for Chelsea, he was loaned to Arsenal. He came back, but he didn't play any minute for Chelsea. Now, by mutual agreement, he agrees to departure from Chelsea. Raheem Sterling leaving Chelsea by mutual agreement. So, in no more than 15 minutes, we will go to different stadium for the start of different games. So, thank you for being with me. Give me some comments. I will give you every update, each update on each pitch. This is a special night for all football lovers around the world. Anywhere you are listening from, there are many games this night because all the games will be happening at the same time. Only 15 minutes to the start of UEFA Champions League games. Welcome, welcome. In a few minutes, we will start looking to the lineups of different teams which are going to play. Confirmed round 16 teams: Arsenal, Bayern Munich. Eliminated: Frankfurt, Kairat, Almaty, Slavia Prague, and Villarreal. Right now, 4 teams are eliminated. 2 teams are confirmed. Confirmed in round 16 or knocked out phase playoff: Atalanta, Atletico, Barcelona, Chelsea, Juventus, Liverpool, Man City, Newcastle, Paris Saint-Germain, Real, Sporting, Tottenham. Those are the teams round 16 or knocked out phase playoff. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm happy to have you. Tonight there are many games which are going to start at the same time. This is UEFA Champions League. 2 teams are already qualified, but 4 teams are eliminated. Knockout phase dates plays off 17, 18th, 24, 20, 25th. February 2026, round 16, 10th, 11th, 17th, 18th March 2026. Quarterfinals 7th, 8th, and 15th and 14th April 2016. Quarterfinals, semifinals 28th, 29th April, 5 and 6 May 2016. Champions League draw knockout phase playoff Friday 30th January at 13 p.m. Welcome, 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 welcome wherever you are. I'm happy to having you. In no more than 12 minutes we will start on different pitches. I'm happy to have you. Welcome, welcome for this special night of UEFA Champions League. UEFA Champions League. This is a special night because all games are going to start at the same time. So I'm happy to have you. In less than 10 minutes, we will start all the games. I will be giving you all the updates on different pitches. Right now, 2 teams are already qualified, including Arsenal. This is UEFA Champions League night. UEFA Champions League night. UEFA Champions League night. To see lineups of different teams on different pitches. And we also continue to talk about some news in sports. Before the starts, Novak Djokovic qualified in semi-final in Australia Open. Rabina eliminated Swiatek in Australia Open. News updates. Jem Pegula eliminated Anisimova in tennis Australia Open. Karnovic and Guinar eliminated Stefani Alvaro. Yannick Sinner qualified in Australia Open. Yannick Sinner qualified in Australia Open. Novak Djokovic qualified in Australia Open. Handball Euro. Yannick Sinner.
We play for you guys, but we also play for us, and hopefully it's going to be a great battle out here.
That was Yannick Sinner after qualifying in Australia Open, and Novak Djokovic knocked out Muset in Australia Open. We are seeing some news update before the start of UEFA Champions League. Novak Djokovic eliminates Muset in Australia Open. Those are news updates before the start of UEFA Champions League. Let's listen to Novak.
Titles just right now. I'm always a chaser and I've never been chased. In the meantime, you won 24 Grand Slams. But I'm saying it's worth saying that sometimes, right? Sorry, it's a little bit disrespectful that you kind of miss out on what happened in between, where the times when I started chasing, as you say, Rafa and Roger, and now that I'm chasing and Yannick, and there's probably about 15-year period in between where I was dominating the Grand Slam. So I don't feel like I'm chasing, to be honest.
That was Novak Djokovic after qualifying in Open. Eliminate Swiatek in Australia Open. Rabikina eliminate Swiatek in Australia Open. We are looking at news update before the start of UEFA Champions League. We will be having lineups of different teams because all the games are going to start at the same time. So before we get the lineups, we will continue to look on different news updates. Let's search for lineups. Geo 2022-2026. It starts for lineups of the teams. Besides Champions League, there are also Premier League, de la Zamalek vs Petro, Al Masry vs Ceramica, Pyramid vs El Guna. In Saudi Arabia, there is Al Najma vs Al Riyadh, Al Ahly Sport Club vs El Ettifaq, Al Faina vs El Khalej. Sport news before the start of UEFA Champions League. Official: West Ham signed Adama Traore from Fulham. Nuno Espirito Santo say, "I'm looking forward to working with him again. He will give us different options in attacking area." Reminding you that Adama Traore played for Nuno Espirito Santos at Wolverhampton. The time Nuno was the coach of Wolverhampton. He signed him again at West Ham. Around $2 million fee, report Jacobs Ben. News update around the world. Exclusives. Real Madrid has resumed their search for a new midfielder with plans firmly aimed the summer signing. No move expected in January. Enzo Fernandez is currently Madrid's top priority. Exclusive. Real Madrid has resumed their search for new midfielder with plans at summer signings. No move expected in January. Enzo Fernandez is currently Madrid's top priority. The final decision will depend on the next head coach should Alvaro Arbeloa not continue. News updates around the world. The Saudi Pro League is believed to be laying to on ambition to sign Ousmane Dembele next season. Sport news update for the start of UEFA Champions League. Top under 23 Argentinian players right now: Joaquin Pinechiri, Fernandez, Matias Soule, Guillermo Simeone, Valentina Berco, Nico Paz, Alejandro Garnacho, Thiago Castro, Facundo Buonanotte, Claudio Echeverri, and Franco Mastantuono. Jose Mourinho, since joining Benfica, he is still unbeaten in domestic league. 15 games, 0 defeat. Sport update before the start of UEFA Champions League. Update before the start of UEFA Champions League. Sport update before the start of UEFA Champions League. Let's look on the lineups on those games of UEFA Champions League, which will start in coming hour. Adama Traore signed by Nuno Espirito Santos in West Ham. They are going to be working together. Before they worked together at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Sports updates around the world, reminding you that all All the game will start at the same time. Paris Saint-Germain will be playing against Newcastle. Napoli will be playing against Chelsea in Italy. Now, before the start of the game, they will be all start at the same time. Let's on some updates in football. Some confirmed transfer. Tommy Abraham signed for Aston Villa from Besiktas. Bordo signed for Paris Saint-Germain for Real Madrid. Vasco da Gama Ran signed for Bournemouth from Vasco da Gama. Update before the start of Novak Djokovic in Australia Open reached the quarterfinal. Novak Djokovic in interview.
Right now. So I'm always a chaser and I'm never being chased. In the meantime, you won 24 Grand Slams. But I'm saying it's worth saying that sometimes, right? Sorry. I find it a little bit disrespectful that you kind of miss out on.
News update that was after qualifying in UEFA in Australia Open. Novak Djokovic after qualification in quarterfinal of Australia Open. Reminding you that Napoli last week equalized at home. Napoli this night. It's a must-win game. Head-to-head Chelsea's Napoli. 2 games, 1 won, 0 draw, each lost 1. Statistics, Napoli head-to-head, Napoli versus Chelsea. They met 2 times, each team won 1 times, and each team lost 1 time. They had never equalized. Lineup: Alex Di Lorenzo, Giovanni Di Lorenzo, Antonio Varga, and Stanislas. And Højlund on forward, Elmas, Vargas, Vergara, McTominay, Lobotka, Spinazzola, Di Lorenzo, Buonginori, Jesus, and lineup of Chelsea: Roberto Sanchez, Marco Correa, Pedro Neto, Enzo Fernandez, Andrés Santos, Joao Pedro, Reece James, Moise Caicedo, Mauro Gusto, Wesley Fofana, and Estevao. Enzo Fernandez and Andrés Santos has both yellow cards. Andrés Santos and Mauro Gusto, Andrés Santos and Enzo Fernandez has both yellow cards. That are lineup of Chelsea and Napoli. Reminding you that Napoli lost last week. They didn't take all the 3 points. No, Napoli took 1 point at home last week in UEFA Champions League. Now they are back to Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. Stadium of Napoli, named on behalf of their regent Diego Maradona. Stadio Armando Diego Maradona. Napoli is going to be playing against Chelsea. We were looking on the lineups of those both teams. To look for updates before the beginning of all those games. UEFA Champions League. UEFA Champions League. UEFA Champions League. UEFA Champions League, with many matches to start at the same time. Many match to start at the same times. We were looking at lineup of Napoli, which is going to play against Chelsea at Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. Robert Sanchez starts, Luis James starts, Andre Santos starts, Enzo Caicedo, Estevão Williams, Mauro Gusto, João Pedro, in league, Juventus won 3 against Napoli. On 25th of January, Juventus won 3-0 against Napoli. I see the first goal scored by Keran Yildiz. Wonderful and beautiful goal scored by Keran Yildiz. Scored from outside of the box. The second goal scored from outside of the box. Juventus in Serie A. It means that in Champions League, Napoli didn't win because they didn't, and in Serie A also they lost against Juventus 3-0. So in few hours, Napoli will be playing against Chelsea. While Chelsea won against Pafos, Moise Caicedo scored against Pafos. Chelsea won at home against Pafos in Champions League, and also in Premier League, Chelsea won in this weekend. So Chelsea are on the good run. Napoli has trouble because they took 1 point in Champions League, and also in Serie A they lost. But Chelsea in Champions League won, and also in Premier League Chelsea won. So Napoli has a must-win game. Let's see how this will happen. And Paris Saint-Germain has a must-win game because they lost in Champions League last week against Porto. So they must take all the points at Parc des Princes in France against Newcastle. It's gonna be a tough game because after the game, reporters asked Luis Enrique about the problems that Paris Saint-Germain are not scoring in Champions League, and Luis Enrique will be us. So let's see what happened. They will be at home. They lost in Portugal, but today they will be in front of fans at Parc des Princes. So let's see what will happen if they will win against Newcastle. But Newcastle is a tough opponent because in Champions League, Newcastle last week won. So at Parc des Princes, let's see what will happen against Paris Saint-Germain against Newcastle. All the games will start at the same time, so we will continue to have all updates on all pitches. This is UEFA Champions League. UEFA Champions League. Let's go at Parc des Princes to see the lineups and to see UEFA Champions League.
win the key of games, it will be a very good action to be realistic tonight. Christophe, Newcastle will fight for the top 8 too, and this team has better results in the Champions League than in the Premier League. How do you explain that? It's very difficult to explain because Champions League is more difficult. But I think they were really focused on this objective because it's the first time for them to qualify for the second round. So Premier League is a very, very difficult championship, and good luck for them tonight. Thank you very much, Christophe.
Newcastle has a wonderful run in Champions League. So tonight they will be facing Paris Saint-Germain, the champion, the team that holds last Champions League trophy. So it will be a tough game because Newcastle want to qualify into the next round. They have Ousmane Dembele is here, the Ballon d'Or winner of last year, the best player by FIFA and best player of the year by French football. Ousmane Dembele. Tonight we will see if they will be able to stop and win against Newcastle. Reminding you that Yohan Wissa last week scored his first goal in UEFA Champions League with his team Newcastle. Anthony Gordon scored, Harvey Barnes scored, Yohan Wissa scored. It was wonderful. While in Portugal, Paris Saint-Germain lost. The start of Paris Saint-Germain versus Newcastle head-to-head. They played 2 matches. Newcastle won 1. They drawn 1 time. But Paris Saint-Germain lost 1. It means that Paris Saint-Germain has never won against Newcastle. So Newcastle is best team in front of Paris Saint-Germain. Here is the lineup of Paris Saint-Germain. Matej, Sofana, Achraf Hakimi, Marquinhos, the captain, is back. Kivicha, Kvaratskhelia, Barcola, Dembele, Wallen, Zaïre-Emery, Nuno Mendes, Paco, and Safonov. Their goalkeeper tonight is Safonov. Now lineup for Newcastle: Nick Pope, the goalkeeper, Lewis Hart, Steven Botman, Sandro Tonali, Malik Thiaw, Anthony Elanga, Nick Wartumede, Joe Willock, Danny Barnes, the captain of tonight, Jacob Ramsey, and Lewis Meiry. The lineup of Newcastle this night: Willock, Wartumede, Elanga, the forwards, Hart, Tonali, Jacob Ramsey, and Meiry in the midfield. Their defense: free Botman, and the goalkeeper Nick Pope. So let's see what will happen. As the stats shown, this team has met in Champions League 2 times, and Newcastle is the big winner because in 2 times Newcastle won 1 time, the team drawn 1 time, and Paris Saint-Germain never won. So it will be a tough game at Parc des Princes. Paris Saint-Germain lost last week in front of their fans, so they are expected to do something. As Paco starts with Marquinhos, they have João Neves back, Ousmane Dembele starts, Kivicha starts, so they are expected to do something at home. Those are some of the tough games. We look on Chelsea and on Napoli versus Chelsea. Now we're on the game of Paris Saint-Germain against Newcastle. This is UEFA Champions League. UEFA Champions League. The games of this night. The last game for the round 16. In no more than 30 minutes, the first halves on different pitch will start. This is UEFA Champions League. We saw that Newcastle has good start against Paris Saint-Germain. The 2 goals scored by Porto against Paris Saint-Germain was scored by their number 9, their striker, Luis Suarez. He equalized on the last second. He scored a brace during that game. Luis Suarez, the striker of Porto, and Paris Saint-Germain lost. Newcastle lineup: Joe Willock, Wardmade, Tonari, Jacob Ramsey. In the midfield, Nick Pope into the goal. Nick Pope is the goalkeeper. Danny in the defense. Miley in the defense. While Paris Saint-Germain will play Sofanov as their goalkeeper. They have Ashraf Hakimi, who is back. They have Paco, they have Marquinhos, they have Nuno Mendes, they have Joao Neves, Vitinha, and Wallen Zaïre-Emery in the midfield. In front, they have Ousmane Dembele, they have Bakre Barcola and Kivica Kvaratskhelia. That are the lineups of these teams, Paris Saint-Germain and Newcastle United. Newcastle vs PSV. Yohan Wissa scored the first goal. This is PSV. They won 3-0 at home. Newcastle won 3-0. Yohan Wissa scored with a good pass given by Joelinton. The second goal of Newcastle was also scored by Gordon. An assist from Yohan Wissa scored his first goal in Champions League and also got an assist. It was a great game for him. And the last game came in second half and was scored by Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes scored the third goal on that day, and PSV went home with 0-3 goals. UEFA Champions League. UEFA Champions League. I can see Newcastle player entering the pitch for warm-ups. Newcastle player entering warm-ups, greeting their fans, preparing to start this Champions League battle, because it will not be an easy game tonight. It will be a battle because Paris Saint-Germain, as the defending champion, they are home. They lost in Portugal, so they are expected by anyone and everyone to win tonight. But their start versus Paris Saint-Germain versus Newcastle are not good, because Newcastle and Paris Saint-Germain met 2 times in Champions League Newcastle. In those 2 times, Newcastle is the winner because Newcastle won 1 and drawn 1 time. So it will be a tough game and it will not be easy for Paris Saint-Germain tonight. But this is UEFA Champions League. This is the night of football. Greeting you everyone where you are. Now here we are seeing the team of AS Monaco arriving at the stadium. Monaco lost against Real Madrid, won against Galatasaray, drawn against Bodo Glimt, and drawn against Tottenham Hotspur. The players of AS Monaco are arriving at their stadium. Unfortunately for Monaco and supporters, Paul Pogba is still injured, but I see their player arriving. Ansu Fati, the ex-FC Barcelona player, Ansu Fati is arriving. Ansu Fati, I see Ansu Fati and his teammates are arriving at their stadium. AS Monaco stats in Champions League are not good, and Juventus team's bus has also arrived. The Juventus, I see Allegri, their head coach Massimiliano Allegri. I see Kylian Yildiz. The start of Juventus in Champions League. Juventus won against Benfica, won against Pafos, won against Bodo Glimt, drawn against Spartak Prague, and lost against Real Madrid. Their stats in Champions League are not because they lost only against Real Madrid. Juventus in Champions League has stats, so they are on AS Monaco pitch. I see McKennie and his teammates, Yildiz, and all his teammates arriving in France to play against Monaco, the team which will be playing for surviving in this competition. Because to continue, they must win. Now the lineup of Monaco: Philippe Kohn in goalkeeper, Van de Seen, Jordan Teze, Thilo Keller, Denis Zakaria, their captains, Florent Bargun, Caio Henrique, and the lineup of Juventus now: Mattia Perin, goalkeeper, Breme, the captain, Lloyd Kerry, Francisco Coao, Tupe Copemenians, Pierre Karuru, Crepren Thuram, Royce Openda, Fabio Miretti, Weston McKennie, and Openda. Lineup of Juventus: Openda, McKennie, Miretti behind him, Conceição, Thuram, Copemenians, Cabral, Kerry, Breme, and Pierre Karuru. The lineup of Juventus, which is going to play AS Monaco. Monaco is playing for their survival in this tournament, because in this tournament are not really good. Monaco must win to hope to continue into the tournament. But the start of Juventus at the start of this tournament, this campaign, Juventus has really good start because they only lost 1 time against Real Madrid and they drawn 1 time. Coming up with Liverpool, I see Alisson Becker. Liverpool, which won versus Marseille last week in Champions League, but lost at the last second of the game at the stadium of Bournemouth in Premier League. So can say that Liverpool is not consistent, so they need to score to be consistent in Champions League, because they are not consistent in Premier League. But as they won last week in Champions League in France versus Marseille at Stade Velodrome, they must do so today so that they can stay consistent in this UEFA Champions League. 25 minutes to go. Minutes to go to the start of the first half of UEFA Champions League. All the games will start at the same time, so we will be traveling on different people to give you full updates of Champions League games. I hope you are well, and if you are a lover of football, this is a special night for you. And I am here to be giving you all updates on all those games. UEFA Champions League, Napoli in Italy on Stadio Armando Maradona playing against Chelsea. Paris Saint-Germain in France at Parc des Princes playing against Newcastle. AS Monaco in France at their stadium playing against Juventus. Jose Mourinho, who is back to play with Real Madrid, hugging with his greeting with Álvaro Arbeloa as Real Madrid is going to take on Benfica. Rasmus Højlund leads his UEFA Champions League. Captain Di Lorenzo on the side of Napoli and Reece James on the side of Chelsea. Referee Crema Truppe. Referee in the center is Crema Truppe, the French. Kivicha, Joao Neves, Marquinhos, Paco, Nuno Mendes, coming for Ousmane Dembele, Ousmane Barcola. The player of PSG are reclaiming a hand. The referee says, let's look on VAR. The player of Newcastle are saying that Miley, there is a handball. Checking on VAR for handball. Potential penalty check on the first minute of the game. Paris Saint-Germain versus Newcastle. Potential handball checking. VAR checking. Possible penalty. Paris Saint-Germain versus Newcastle. Chevalier, the goalkeeper of Paris Saint-Germain, on the bench. It was a counter-attack led by Barcola on the left side of the pitch, but for me, I see Barcola also touched the ball. The possible penalty check, the referee is going to check by himself on the video assistance on the television. Possible penalty checking, returning to Chelsea vs Napoli. Napoli. José Mourinho. José Mourinho, Benfica versus Real Madrid. José Mourinho, the coach of Benfica, who has good start in Portugal League, but in Champions League, Benfica has bad start. Now he back at home playing with Real Madrid. Let's see what happened. Let's return to Paris Saint-Germain, where there was a potential penalty. Yes, it's given. It's penalty on the second, on the handbar of Meile in the box. Penalty to be taken by Vitinha. Now it's Vitinha. No, it's not Vitinha. It's Ousmane Dembele, Ballon d'Or versus Nick Pope. Ballon d'Or, Ousmane Dembele versus Nick Pope. Ousmane Dembele versus Nick Pope. Ousmane Dembele versus Nick Pope. Penalty. Paris Saint-Germain penalty. Ousmane Dembele versus Nick Pope. Ousmane Dembele were held by Nick Pope. Were saved by Nick Pope. Ousmane Dembele lost the penalty. Ousmane Dembele lost the penalty against Nick Pope. It's first corner kick for Paris Saint-Germain, taken by Kivicha, Ousmane Dembele, Achraf Hakimi, but it's offside. The ball is for Newcastle. Good save from Nick Pope. Good save from Nick Pope. Nick Pope, the goalkeeper of Newcastle, saved a penalty. Real Madrid, Benfica going forward. Benfica, but the pitch, they are firing. It looks like there was rain in Madrid. Benfica going forward. Benfica long shot, first corner for Benfica, blocked by Asensio. The shot of Benfica blocked by Asensio. It's a corner kick for Benfica. Corner kick for Benfica. Still 0-0. Benfica corner kick. Let's check this Benfica corner kick. A header. A missed opportunity. Thomas misses an opportunity. Otamendi, the captain of Benfica, saying that it's a second penalty. Big chance missed by Benfica player, but it's Otamendi kicked the ball on Thomas. Returning on Paris Saint-Germain versus Newcastle. Warren Zaire Emery, Ousmane Dembele, João Neves, Marquinhos, Kivicha, Marquinhos. Counter-attack of Paris Saint-Germain. Kivicha, Vitinha. Vitinha first goal for Paris Saint-Germain. Vitinha opened the score for Paris Saint-Germain. Now Paris Saint-Germain, after losing a penalty, Paris Saint-Germain leads. Paris Saint-Germain leads. After Ousmane Dembélé lost a penalty, a long shot from outside the box, and Vitinha scores. Paris Saint-Germain 1, Newcastle 0 at the 7th minute of the game. Let's look on the other pitch. Benfica, Real Madrid 0-0. Gonzalo Ramos, Jude Bellingham, Vinicius. Let's look at the other pitches. Liverpool, counter-attack of Copenhagen. Counter-attack of Copenhagen, well saved by of Qarabag, well saved by Alisson. Still 0-0, Liverpool, Qarabag. Now, PSG has 1, Newcastle 0. PSG has 1, Newcastle 0. PSG has 1 after Ousmane Dembélé missed a penalty well saved by Nick Pope. Vitinha opened the goal for Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain 1, 0, 0 Newcastle. Benfica 0, Real Madrid 0. Benfica Otamendi. Napoli 0, Chelsea 0. Sofanov. Good save by Sofanov. Liverpool Qarabag 0-0. Napoli Chelsea Estevao. Playing with Reece James. Corner kick. Ousmane Dembélé. Long ball. Well defended by Barn. Achraf Hakimi. Marquinhos, Achraf Hakimi. Paco, Nuno Mendes, João Neves, Vitinha, Ousmane Dembélé for Barcola, creating chance, under Barcola, Vitinha, Kivicha, João Neves, Zaire Emery, Ousmane Dembélé, saved by Nick Pope, Sandro Tonali was a throw for showing us the big chance created by Zaire Emery and Ousmane Dembélé, but saved by goalkeeper Nick Pope of Newcastle. 11 minutes, Paris Saint-Germain 1-0 Newcastle. Danny Barn, Mary, Nick Pope, wrong ball forward. Searching for Willock, João Neves, playing back forward for Sofanov, wrong ball for Bradley Barcola with Paco, Marquinhos, Sofanov, Ousmane Dembélé. The ball is for Paris Saint-Germain Reading, Paris Saint-Germain 1, and Eddie Howe and Newcastle 0. Estevao Williams for Chelsea, Estevao Williams for Chelsea, Estevao, but 4 on Joao Pedro. It's a good free kick for Chelsea. It's a good free kick for Chelsea. 4th on Joao Pedro. Good free kick for Chelsea. I see Enzo Fernandez. I see Estevao. I see Reece James. Who's going to take this free kick? Who is going to take this free kick? 15 minutes of the game. Napoli 0. Chelsea 0. Camera on Reece James. Reece James, Enzo Fernandez, or Estevao. Who is going to take this free kick? Who is going to take this free kick? Estevao and Reece James. Who is going to take this free kick? Who is going to take this free kick? It is Enzo Fernandez, but it's a corner kick. The ball stopped by the hand of Jesus, given a yellow card. The ball was stopped by Jesus. He's given a yellow card, and it's a kick for Chelsea. Jesus still complaining. Juan Jesus still complaining, but he got a yellow card. Di Lorenzo discussing with the referee. Antonio Conte is not happy. Coach of Napoli, Antonio Conte, is not happy. Clement Truppe talking with Di Lorenzo, the captain of Napoli. There is a possible penalty check. Yes. So it's not a corner kick, it's a penalty for Chelsea to be taken by, as always, by Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez take this penalty for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez to take this penalty. Enzo Fernandez well kicked and well scored. Chelsea 1, Enzo Fernandez 1, Napoli 0. This is UEFA Champions League. This is UEFA Champions League. This is UEFA Champions League. UEFA Champions League. UEFA Champions League. Napoli 0, Chelsea 1 from penalty of kicked by Enzo Fernandez. Paris Saint-Germain 1-0 Newcastle. I see Bruno Guimaraes on the bench for Newcastle. Check on the other page. Liverpool 1, Qarabag 0. Liverpool 1, Qarabag 0. Benfica 0. And it was denied. Jude Bellingham saying it was a corner kick, but denied. There is rain in Madrid. There is rain in Madrid. It was a heavy shot tried by Jude Bellingham, but there is no corner kick. The ball is for Otamendi and his teammates. Long ball forward. Still 0-0. Liverpool 1, 0 Qarabag. Counter-attack of Benfica. Counter-attack stopped by Hudson, but counter-attack by Benfica. Wrong shot. Were saved by Thibaut Courtois. Mourinho smiling. Were saved by Thibaut Courtois. A wonderful 0, Real Madrid 0. Chelsea 1, Napoli 0. This is UEFA Champions League. 25 minutes of the game. Napoli 0, Chelsea 1. On 25 minutes of the game, Paris Saint-Germain 1-0 Newcastle. This is UEFA Champions League. Ousmane Dembélé, João Neves, Achraf Hakimi, Kivicha, João Neves, Kivicha, Achraf Hakimi, João Neves, Vitinha, Paco, Nuno Mendes on the left side of the pitch, trying to long pass for Kivicha, by Danny Ban, intercept the ball. The ball is out. The ball for Paris Saint-Germain. Marquinhos, Vitinha, Paco, Nuno Mendes, Barcola, Ousmane Dembélé, Barcola, Sandro Tonali, 4 is a free kick for Newcastle. 4 by Warren Zaïre-Emery. 4 by Desiré Doué. Liverpool 2, 0 Qarabag. Big chance for Qarabag. But it's a corner kick. For Qarabag. Liverpool leading by 2, Qarabag 0. Real Madrid 0, Benfica 0. Benfica counter-attack. Arda Güler, but Tard didn't give the ball quickly. Arda Güler playing back forward. Arda Güler with Fede Valverde. Mastantuano dropped the ball. Intercepted by Benfica player, but dropped the ball. Fede Valverde with Arda Güler, the left side of the pitch. Kylian Mbappe, Hojlund. Real Madrid 0. Tchouaméni, Mastantuano, Fede Valverde, Arda Güler, Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe, Arda Güler, Tchouaméni out from Tchouaméni, but blocked by Otamendi. Mastantuano, wrong shot, big header from Kylian Mbappe. 29th minute of the game, goal by Kylian Mbappe 1, Real Madrid 1, Benfica 0. Madrid 1, Kylian Mbappe 1. 12 goals in 7 games. Kylian Mbappe. It's a long cross given from the right side pitch. a good header from Kylian Mbappe. Otamendi doesn't understand. Kylian Mbappe 1, Real Madrid 1, 0, Benfica. 15 minutes to halftime. 15 minutes to halftime. 15 minutes to halftime. Liverpool 2, 0, Qarabag. Liverpool 2, 0, Qarabag. Liverpool 2, 0, Qarabag. Paris Saint-Germain 1, 0, Newcastle. Paris Saint-Germain 1, 0, Newcastle. Napoli 0, Chelsea 1. Napoli 0, Chelsea 1. Long bar for